Sat Sri Akal, Amritsar. Please pardon me for pronunciation. On behalf of the entire team of C-Nectionary Education, I welcome you all. Mr. Bhupinder Singh told me not to take too much time, so I will try to keep it short. The last 3 centuries gave us industrial revolution, technological revolution, green revolution, and revolution in communication. And now we are poised for the next one, educational revolution. We need to redesign our curriculums. We need to reinvent our teaching methods. We need to rethink our educational goals, and we need to accelerate the entire process to prepare ourselves for the new world. Try to understand the problem. If a 5-year-old child today would like to understand any academic subject in entirety, he will have to study till 50 years of his age, according to the present learning curve. The conclusion? The next generation will not know any subject fully unless we intervene. We all know there is something wrong with the education systems, not of any specific country, but of the world. There is something universal about it. At C-Nectionary, we try to understand what was wrong and how to solve it. Today, we have invited you to understand what we have understood. Just keep an open mind. Happy learning. Over to you, Girish.
Now, what we've actually come to understand, the first thing I could infer from there that it's not an Indian problem. That Indian education system, there's something universal about it. People all over the world are struggling to make their kids employable. The problem that we found is actually a difficult thing to accept for us because we don't hear about such a problem. I've never heard before we came as a team at C-Nectionary and we realized that this is the problem. It was difficult for us to accept also. So I want you to have an open mind. The real problem we found out was our books, our dependence on books. The real problem is that we are making children read books, and we are making children read too many books. It's difficult to accept. In fact, we're doing that at the risk of being hated, at the risk of being blocked. In our culture, books are worshipped, and they should be. But there's a problem with the books. There's a fundamental problem with the books. See, books give us an emotional feeling. So I'm not going to be objective, I'm not going to use the word books. I'm going to use the word words. Can we sort this out? Books are words. Books is not the binding. So what is happening? Sorry, there's a... Now, what is happening through books is that we are expecting the human mind to gain knowledge through words. Before I go further, I want to ask you this question. Are we born with words? Do we have a language to start with? Strompu, Frise, Morka, Billy. Did you understand? Can I use the same language to make you understand what I just said? Imagine you're an infant. We've forgotten that. It's difficult for us to go inside the mind of a 3-year-old because we've forgotten our time. You know, that's how the human mind perceives it. He goes to the school and he's being bombarded with dead words. With words without any visualization. How do we start teaching a child? Power flagship, this, that. He is just getting words and no images. But the problem with the words is we can't explain words in words. How do I explain that word? I can explain what I just said. I can explain it to you because you already know English, Hindi, Punjabi, maybe. But if you were a 3-year-old, how do I explain it to you? You don't have a language. Just realize this fact. Words, it takes a little time to seep in. Words can't be explained in words. I want a volunteer to help me with this. Any young people there? 7th standard, 8th standard, any person sitting here? Raise your hands. Kids, please. What's a good... I want somebody to pass on the mic, please. Okay, I can hear you from here. One advantage of getting low turnout. 6th and anyways, do you know what a chair is? No. I want the definition. What is a chair? Can you define it? Don't. I can't. All the questions I'll be asking, there are the questions that I do not know the answers to. Oh, can you define what a chair is?
Where we can sit,
I can sit on a horse.
where we can relax.
I can relax on a horse. I can relax on a bed. So bed is not a chair. Try. You can
How
help.
can we sit? How can we sit on the bed when we are listening to you?
Point. You can help him. Try to improve your definition. What's a chair? Somebody try to come up with the answer. You can pass on the mic. Mrs. Rachna, I can see. Can you pass on the mic? What's a chair?
Further divine it by saying bed bed serve both the purposes. You can lay on bed and you can sit it. But chair is particularly as a kind of furniture you can.
Just don't press the button because it's getting on and off. We didn't get to hear you. Could you please come again?
It's a category in furniture where we can legs.
Now imagine this definition to the child.
Two legs.
Yeah, 4 legs.
Yeah.
Still, cow still has 4 legs. But
you can't say we can a cow.
okay. What about a bench? A stool. It's a thing. I can sit on that.
Yeah.
It's made of wood. Oh, anything else? What's a chair?
And we can't explain in words.
I'll help you that. Maybe. Let me do that. Maybe chair is first to get the cow aside. Chair is a non-living thing. Yes, chair has 4 legs, but stool has 4 legs. Bench has 4 legs. Sofa has 4 legs. Maybe chair has maybe chair is made of wood. No, chair is made of everything. Maybe chair has a back. Chair has a back, and chair has but sofa also has a back. What's the difference between a sofa seat and a chair? What's the difference? Maybe sofa is cushioned, right? Are you sitting on a sofa or a chair? A chair can also be cushioned. No matter how hard you try, you can go on for the entire night. You'll not be able to define a chair. You'll not be able to define a table. When we cannot define a chair, when we cannot define a table, how can we define anything? How do we? What is moon? We are befooling ourselves with education. It's an illusion of education. I was told, when I asked what is sun, they told me sun is a star. And I was convinced with the answer. Why we are convinced with the answer? Because child hasn't got the logic developed yet to question the answer. Our system teaches us to answer the question but does not teach us to question the answer. So I accepted the answer. A sun is a star. But then the question was, what is a star? And the answer was, star is a sun. And I was again convinced. And I realized at the age of 23 that my entire education has been the circular argument. We do not know anything at all. We just befooled ourselves. I dropped this pointer. It will fall on the ground. Why? Why? Gravity. Naming doesn't explain a thing. You could have called it gravity, you could have a macavity, you could have called it suavity. How does it make a difference? I still do not know the answer. Why gravity is there? That was the question. Is it a magnet? Is the earth hungry? Why is it answering the question? The point is that we get good marks, we get the answers, but still we're left with nothing at all.